Welcome back to the Old Charles. Today we are diving into a classic British coin, the United Kingdom 1 penny 1938, a small coin with a big story and a favorite among collectors around the world. This coin comes from a fascinating period just before the Second World War, and it reflects both tradition and history in a very simple design. The 1938 1 penny was issued during the reign of King George VI, who became king after the abdication of his brother Edward VIII. This makes early George VI coins especially interesting because they mark the beginning of a new royal era. The year 1938 was a time of tension in Europe, and this penny was one of the last peacetime coins struck before war changed everything, including coin production and metal use. This penny was made of bronze, and the composition included copper, tin and zinc. It has a warm brown color and a solid feel in the hand. The weight is about 9.4 grams and the diameter is just over 30 millimeters, which makes it larger than modern pennies. The edge is plain, which was standard for British bronze pennies of this time. On the front of the coin you will see the portrait of King George VI facing left. This was the first portrait used during his reign, and it shows a strong and simple royal image. Around the portrait you will find the Latin inscription, which means George VI, by the grace of God, King and Defender of the Faith. This inscription connects the coin to centuries of British royal tradition. The reverse side of the 1938 penny features the famous Britannia design. Britannia is seated facing right, holding a trident with a shield at her side. This design had been used on British pennies for many years, and it symbolizes Britain's strength, stability and control of the seas. Behind her you can often see the sea and a lighthouse, which adds depth and character to the design. The date 1938 appears below Britannia, clearly marking the year of issue. Now let's talk about value, because this is what most collectors are curious about. The 1938 1 penny is not extremely rare, but condition plays a huge role in price. Coins that are heavily worn with smooth details are usually worth only a small amount, often just a few dollars or even less if they are damaged or corroded. These are common finds and are usually kept more for historical interest than investment. If the coin is in better condition with clear details on King George face and strong lines on Britannia, then the value increases. A penny in good to very fine condition may be worth a bit more, especially if it has an even color and no major marks. Collectors like coins that still show original detail and natural aging. Uncirculated examples are where things get more exciting. A 1938 penny that has never been used and still shows full mint detail can be worth significantly more. These coins are harder to find because most pennies were used in daily life. Coins with full original luster and sharp details are highly desirable and can reach much higher prices depending on demand. There are also small details that collectors watch for, such as strike quality and surface condition. Even though there are no major famous errors for the 1938 penny, minor variations and well-struck examples can still attract attention from serious collectors. Always avoid cleaning a coin, because cleaning can reduce its value dramatically even if the coin looks shiny afterward. Collectors prefer original surfaces every time. The history of the United Kingdom 1 penny 1938 is closely linked to a dramatic period in British and world history. This coin was produced during the reign of King George VI, who became king in 1936 after the abdication of his brother Edward VIII. This unexpected change placed George VI on the throne at a time when Europe was moving closer to war. The year 1938 was one of uncertainty and political tension as Britain faced growing threats from abroad, yet everyday life continued and coins like the 1 penny were still used daily by ordinary people. The 1938 penny was struck just 1 year before the outbreak of the Second World War, which makes it one of the last regular peacetime bronze pennies produced before major changes in minting took place during the war years. Metal shortages, bombing and economic pressure later affected coin production and materials, so the 1938 issue represents the end of an era in traditional British coinage. At this time pennies were an essential part of daily transactions, used for food transport and small purchases. Markets, shops and street vendors all relied on these coins, making the penny a true symbol of everyday British life. Children, adults and workers alike handled this coin without knowing how close the country was to global conflict. The design used on the 1938 penny also reflects long-standing tradition. The Britannia figure had appeared on British pennies for generations, symbolizing national pride, strength and stability. Even as the world situation grew darker, the coin design remained calm and familiar, offering a sense of continuity and confidence to the public. Today the United Kingdom 1 penny 1938 stands as a historical reminder of pre-war Britain. It represents a moment just before massive change, when the nation was still living under long-established traditions soon to be reshaped by war and recovery. This is why Collectors value the coin not just for money but for the powerful history it quietly carries. The condition of the United Kingdom 1 penny 1938 plays a major role in how collectors view and value this coin because it was widely used in everyday transactions. Most surviving examples show signs of wear. Understanding condition helps identify how much detail remains and how desirable the coin is today in poor condition. The coin will be very worn. The portrait of King George VI may be flat with little facial detail and the lettering around the edge may be weak or partly missing. On the reverse, Britannia may appear smooth with the trident and shield lacking sharpness. These coins often have dark spots, scratches or corrosion, and they are mainly kept for historical interest rather than value. In fair to good condition, the main design is still visible but shows heavy, where the king's portrait will be clear in outline but details such as hair and facial features will be worn down. Britannia will still be recognizable though fine lines in the shield and clothing will be weak. The date 1938 is usually clear at this level and these coins are common among collectors in very fine condition. Much more detail remains. King George VI hair and facial features are clearer and the lettering is strong on the reverse. Britannia details such as the trident, shield and folds of clothing are visible though lightly worn. These coins are more attractive and are often sought by collectors who want a balance between affordability and detail. In extremely fine condition, only light wear is visible on the highest points. The coin shows strong sharp details on both sides and retains much of its original appearance. Surface marks are minimal and the color is usually even. These examples are less common and carry higher value in uncirculated condition. The coin shows no signs of wear at all. All details are sharp and clear with original mint luster still present. These coins were never used in circulation and are the most desirable to collectors. True uncirculated 1938 pennies are difficult to find and represent the top level of condition for this historic British coin.